Um, hey. Hey. Hi. Hello. Hi. I'm so tired. Oh my god, Loom! Hi! Holy shit, hello? God damn, hi! Hello, Relics. Hi, Greg. Hi, Silver. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How have you been, man? It's been a while. I've been good. I'm a teacher now. That's crazy. That's my funniest like lore drop streamer. Hello, hi, it's so nice to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it's me, Teacher Flam. Do you know what my worst nightmare is? My students finding my Twitch. Hi, Panda. Ooh, 10 stream streak. I think I've had 3 consecutive nightmares this week of me seeing a student out in public. Which is really funny because I'm a middle school teacher and I've had people in my master's program who are like, yeah, I have students who work at the store. Like, shit. Oh, I could not. Oof. So art, huh? Do you follow it? I want to see how long I've been following you. I think so. I don't know why I wouldn't have it up. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Two years, 8 months. Holy shit. I know. Imagine not following the Flamtastic. Couldn't be me. Guys, I'm drawing Robot SB Flam. Guys, I love Robot SB Flam. My nerdy little librarian. What is in your heart? 1 year, 1 month, and 18 days. That's crazy, Relics. Hi, Aurora. Problems that you made in your own head. My middle school math teacher is also a member of a mildly successful Journey cover band. When I asked him about it, he just deflated. Oh no. I read 1 month and I was like, that's about right. 2 years of Flam. Imagine. Two years of the Flamtastic. Oof. I have been streaming for about like 4 years now. I think my 4-year mark passed in September. Greg's been here for 2 years. Hi, Beyond. I feel sorry for you knowing me that long. Panda's been here for 3 years like a dweeb. Oh, Panda. You make me old. You make me feel old. Don't call me a dweeb. Would you rather me call you like a dink? Yeah, dink. Panda, I can't wait for you to hear about mine and PT's idea for the Halloween one shot. By the way, PT texted me last night about it, and I was like, oh my god, that's worse. Oh, you don't want me to call you a dink? Dink dork. Are you calling someone a double income, no kids as an insult? Dink was an insult before double income, no kids. Excuse you. Yeah, dink. There is an excuse for me. Yeah, I don't know why this is so pixely. I think it's just because it's rather small. Sorry I'm late. uh, yeah, you should be sorry. I say, jokingly. I wanted to get some SB Flam art. I need some new robot SB Flam art. I was totally on time, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. I totally wasn't at dinner with my dad. Oop, I did not mean to do that. My dad was like, "Do you have anywhere to be?" And I was like, "No." Like a liar. Is SB Flam a Warforged now? That is the only D&D robot I know. Yeah! Newt and I were talking about that, and SB Flam really went from... So SB Flam really went from an unintentional, like... Bitch thought she was a bloodline, like, sorcerer, artificer, uh, uh, girl thought she double classed in like a sorcerer fucking sorcerer artificer when in reality she was um a warlock artificer and then ended up as a warforged artificer instead. That's like the best way I can describe it. My students, I have that SB Flam sticker that's in my uh merch shop on my laptop, and my students keep going, "Who is that?" And I was like, that's an OC that I have for D&D. And they were like, "Oh, that's so cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, my friend drew it for me." And they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome." And I was like, "This is why you befriend artists." By the way, it's the Glue Trap SB Flam sticker. By the way, if anyone's curious what sticker I have on my laptop. Befriending artists is the best way to get sneak attack. It really is. Okay, this turned out nicely. What I'm gonna do is erase the little line for the nose. And then we're gonna keep the eyes blank for now, methinks. And then... This is gonna be details. I'll have to color the thing that Coda made for me today. Because Coda made me a little sticker and I want to color it. Okay. The driver's seat. There we go. Are you guys excited for Spellbound Vanilla, by the way, this Sunday? Because that's immediately what we're all going back to, I think. Again, again, again. He's in the driver's seat. He's in the driver's seat. Oh, this is perfect. I have it up on my phone. Oh. I keep skipping songs. Sorry. That was weird. Okay. We need some classic lesbian flannel. But first, let me get rid of this wrist line for now. And dim in my legs. I cannot get in my head. Waves in the door. I for your lover man. And I miss my lover man. I'm Mr. Lover Man. And I miss my lover. She talked to me. Had me wishing I were gone. But you say my name. Running on and on. I'm cramping. I'm cramping. I keep having to double check to make sure that my fucking brushes are at 100% for shit. Check. I'm Mr. Loverman. And I miss my Loverman. Mr. Loverman. Oh, and I miss my lover. Feeling how now on this linoleum ground. I can't get back to you. What am I supposed to do without you? Lover man. And I miss my lover man. Lover man. And I miss my lover. Pocket, maybe? My lover man. I'm Mr. Lover man. I miss my lover. I think having the body. I think having the flannel come out just a little bit like that. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, you know what I should grab? Do I really not have a little... Okay, let me pull up my name MC then. And I'd be glad I love you, you're a goober, go to bed. I'm a quirk, I hope you way I flirt. Must be from robot. There we go. There's that. Quit. There we go. Color. But don't be way I've learned. Work with her. Oh, you know what I should do? That. I'm glad I love you. You're a goober. Go to bed. I say smile to know things get hard. You'll be far me. You'll be far. Hi, backstage. You'll be far from here. I can be calm, but ahead of your heart. Hi, Cloud. Being angry at your love. You're the greatest thing we lost. Lost your violence, only days of being angry at your love. You're great for your love. Forever, I'll be here forever. I have a 21 Pilots lore brain rot since my concert. Yippee! Good brain rot. Good brain rot. Back up your car, put a hand in your heart, say whatever you feel, do whatever you want. We ain't angry at your love. The greatest thing we lost. Still fight to the night. We ain't angry at your love. Oh, sorry. That was gross. I had a lot of pop. You're gonna go far. Gonna go far. Far. You're gonna go far. Oh, SB Flam, my beloved. It was such a good show, and they recorded a live album and possibly some kind of concert film at a show after mine. So that's sick. That's so fun. I really need to go to a concert. I miss concerts. My students keep making fun of how broke I am, and I'm like, yeah, you right. I don't know if I'll actually do facial features on this bad boy. I think I like it without. I'm so broke after that concert. It was so expensive, but no regrets. Yeah, you gotta enjoy yourself every so often. I want to see like Hosier and Noah Khan eventually. I think those are two that are on my bucket list. For sure. Let's add this bad boy to the SP Flam playlist. Joke's on you, I'm always late. Hi, Binky. How are you doing today? Oh, you know what? Instead of... Good, how about you? I'm doing pretty good. Hanging out. Drawing. Let's do this. We'll just fill it in. That should be fine. Yeah. I like that I came in right on the thigh zoom in. Yeah! I also got to see my favorite song live, and I have a video of just me in pure shock and happiness because it's an old song. Oh, yay! I'm really glad to hear that you enjoyed your concert backstage. I know you've been talking about it for fucking forever. Thick thighs do save lives. Look, there's a reason why SB Flame wanted a hot robot body. She already had thick thighs before she died. Ooh. Nope. Come on. Pain. Die. Let him never die. Dude, I'm so happy SB Flame came back and Flute is gauged. I know! Books. Art reference. Well, I'm sitting. Alright. Are you bleeding? Oh, yes, this is my... Oh. Deed goes unpunished. No good deed goes unpunished. Queen. What deed goes unpunished? By the way, Newt and I were talking about, because SB Newt, obviously doesn't have an extended lifespan like everyone else. Pain, suffering. We were talking about SB Newt if they, like, how, like, their lifespan could be extended and still make sense. Because I'm saying this because this is the song that I added for specifically for that reason. But so this is No Good Deed Goes Unpunished from Wicked, where Elphaba accidentally turns Fiero into the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. But I was talking to a couple of my friends about how, like, if something happened to SB Newt, I think SB Flam would go off the fucking rails. And this was the vibe. But yeah. No good. But the idea was that this is the song, like, if a lab accident happened, SB knew, and before SB Flam knew she was okay, this is, like, what's going through her head. She's, like, panicking. She's ready to throw it all away just for the love of her life. Anyways, thinking about SB Flute's axolotl children. Make this part of Texas. I have a good, I do. Okay. We were also talking about, I think SB Flute would stay in Hazel Grove regardless of so many people moving away because they both feel responsible for what happened to the town in the past and in the current, like, season 2 kind of idea. So I think SB Flute would stay, but I think Perlest is moving back to Birch's Edge. I need, like, a nice tan goldeny color. That works. But I can't wait for you guys to see all the work that we've done for, I mean, already, like, within a week, we've already gone so ham in creative mode on, like, for the epilogue. Oh. I like the idea of SB Flute staying behind to make sure that, like, the historical archive is taken care of, though. Song. I think we're gonna go feet out for this queen. Yeah, now Flam can write it herself. Yeah. SB Flam hasn't been able to walk in the grass by herself for the first, like, for years. I feel like she would wear shoes most of the time, but there's sometimes where she just walks around barefoot because it's so nice to be able to feel, like, the grass and the sunshine and the feeling of the wood planks beneath her feet when she's walking through the town. Being able to walk around with her kids walking on her feet herself. Like, I love that idea. She's happy. She feels safe. She feels comfortable. I am gonna be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to piss. I'll leave you guys staring at my be right back screen. I I walked back into my room, and under my desk there was a man. My little boy. Hi, buddy. You gonna join us for stream? Hi. Hi, Gob. Happy birthday. No, 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 no. Don't leave. Don't leave. No, I feel bad. I scooched closer. I'm sorry. In your spot. Buddy, you gotta hang out. Hi. We have a boy here. My little man. Ow. Hi, baby. Oh. Oh. My little man. My little boy. The ship and you are the captain. I'm really tempted to do background on this, but I've never done background before. Oh, shit. Do it? Okay. Oh, Captain Deal. Captain Deal. You can always save a copy first. True! Save. Save as. Okay. Flarm. SB. Yippee. Okay. Oh. Reference image. Let's go with historical archive references. Why does my phone always charge SB to Anne? I have no idea. Let's do this bad boy for our art ref for the background. Neil. Oh, you know why it changes SB to Anne? Because on a traditional keyboard, A and N are right next to S and B. That's why. Long in December, I don't wanna die in June. You know. Blend! Ugh. All the blonde make it seamless. For you over and over again. Is close at hand, I book marching band. The place you speak. You'll sit and stare like a goddamn machine. Okay, hold on. I have to let the cat out. He's such an asshole. Hi! You little shit! Come out. Why would I? It's only the death of me. Okay, I sit on a comfy blanket. Oh, I also got to go to a pre-show event before the concert with an exhibit with props, outfits, and other stuff from the band's history, and then there was a lore lounge where I got to write the band a letter. That's so fun! I'll book the marching band to play as you speak. You gonna SBD your phone dictionary to solve that from happening? True. Goddamn machine. My pardon, and you're such a narcissist. For me, it's so quiet. No friends and family about. Have you ever seen the Stressed Out music video? My friend and I got to sit in those big wheels and take a picture. Oh, fun! I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I think I have a vague idea. Thing is, I would have married you if you had stuck around more free than I have in years. 6 feet underground. Sound like goddamn machine to plan out my party. You're such a narcissist. He did it on Halloween. Choice in the matter. Why would I? It's only me. Do you think if a fae needed your true name for something, would it be your given name or gamer tag you've been using for 10 plus years? Probably your given name. And stay a while. Hi, Elbeck. MG123. Wow, Olive! You took a 3-hour nap? Holy shit. Hold on. Thank you for the hydrate. I have to sneeze. Hold on, let's do that. Are you gonna replay, buddy? Maybe not. Maybe it hates me. Hold on, I need a Minecraft map. Hi, Koba! Save. I was napping? Oh my god, you and Olive both. That's so crazy. Okay, I needed this specific color blue, because what I'm gonna do is this. And then we're gonna frame it a little bit with... I moss Flam, I moss you too, Koba. The ground. Okay, hold on, I need to fix this. I was standing on a track. Grow. There was nowhere I could go, and the ground began to shake. No love to hit the brake. The light was closing in. Suddenly I'm falling. I see you now. Oh, you find my ear underground. Gotta thicken up my lines a little bit, I guess. Fuck. Most of the time, a beautiful heart is good. They used to be mine. Do I remember what this looks like? Absolutely not. I with you. If we all back for a chance to start over. Reckless. Yeah. I'm gonna blend this in. No. What I'm gonna do is go back to this. Take that. I'm gonna do. And then we'll do just like this tiny little lining on it. I don't want a 1.
Wee woo.
Wee woo. Nom nom nom. Hi, BP. Thank you for the biddies. I think this turned out pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Guys, I think this turned out pretty damn good. I am good. Good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Today was an acceptable day. Good. Glad to hear. I goes Alice, Alice, heart and soul fell into a rabbit hole. Yeah, I think this turned out pretty damn good. I'm kind of actually proud of this. Holy shit. Oaks. Alice, Alice, heart and soul fell into a rabbit hole. Yeah, I think this turned out pretty damn good. Save as SB Flam, yippee. SB Flam plus background. Books. I win. Okay, do I still have that saved? I want to color some more Tona art. Cause Tona got us some good shit. Oh my oh, all night long, Wonderland was all oaks. Sorry, I'm checking my Discord pings. Tonar art. Guys, I love Tona art. I feel like I need to make this thinner. I forget I am my age and I act like that. Question, was SB Flynn pulled to go back to World B because of MT's generational deal with Sal? Maybe. 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 Oh, sorry, I keep hitting my fucking click. Maybe. Is there room for one more song? I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. I'm not a soldier. Guys, can I just say how much I love tonar art? Nope, I don't want to cut this entire layer. Soul, but I'm not a soldier. God, you can just tell how much love Tona puts into their art, man. California. Did I tell you that I moved to the US? You did? Holy shit! Did you, fuck. Loom, were you the one who really wanted to move to Texas? Because I know you used to live in Germany. Yes, I live in Texas now. Yay! I hope you've been enjoying yourself. That's so fun! Congratulations! That's awesome, Loom. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for the lurk backstage. It's so hot here. My god, why did I move here? Half joking, but for real, it's been fun. I have a nice job and stuff, so yeah. Yay! I'm so glad to hear. You're mine. What if I do? Where's my... This one. There we go. Perfect. Broken. Ah, okay, come on. Reposition the wrist. There we go. There we go. There's a lot of stuff I'm still getting used to, like miles and Fahrenheit and feet and social norms and stuff like that. OMG, I didn't know that there weren't any bidets on public toilets. That's so strange to me. Also, I found out that you have to tip a waiter. That's not something we do back home. Life is so interesting here. Yeah. Yeah, no, societal norms versus the United States for Germany is, holy crap, it is so different. I totally understand. Like, I don't understand completely, because, like, I've lived here my whole life. Um, but I've been to Germany, and I know how, like, how different shit is versus here. Um, I'm sure it's been taking some getting used to, for sure. And OMG, everything is so big here, that's what she said. But for real, meals are huge, houses are huge, the city is huge, everything is insane. You did move to Texas, where their slogan is commonly everything is bigger in Texas as well. But yes. Yeah, we have yeah. It can be a little overwhelming, I totally understand. Yeehaw! Everything bigger down here in Texas. Hi, Bon. Hi, Bon. Also, there's flags everywhere. Some support Trump, others are just American or Texas flags. Like, we didn't have any flags just out and about in my town. Texas is the only state with its own flag pledge. That's crazy. Funny thing about how funny thing how I talked about the flag. I'm like an empath or something for real. Color. I just really want to do this. Ugh. What? Come on, don't leave me like this. I thought I had you figured out. Come on, don't leave me like this. To be honest, I never learned any of the national songs, but I know a little of the Canadian one for some reason. That's so funny. I tried Buc-ee's for the first time. It's like this huge gas station. It's insane. It's like an actual store. There's so many snacks and little things to buy. Buc-ee's is slightly different from traditional gas stations. Like, obviously there's convenience centers and places to buy snacks for road trips and stuff in most like little gas station stores, but Buc-ee's is like its whole other thing. I don't think I've actually ever been to a Buc-ee's, surprisingly enough. Our national treasure, Buc-ee's. See, I think the Midwest's like big one is like Quick Trip, which I don't think I've ever been to. I think 2 months ago the first ever Buc-ee's burnt down though. Oh no! Not Buc-ee's! Oh my troubles on a burning vial. I was like, no, and my friend told me, yeah, you didn't know, and I was like, no, why didn't you tell me? Fly high, Buc-ee's. Fly high, OG Buc-ee's. This is so sad. Oh my god, I made a reference today in front of my students to the This Is So Sad Alexa play Despacito. Sorry, to make sure mine didn't go off. And my students actually tried to play Despacitos on their Chromebooks, and I was like, guys, no. Guys, don't try to play Despacito. Guys, that's not school appropriate. I was like, guys, it's a reference. Guys, it's a reference to a meme. Guys, please. goofy, goofy as 8th graders. Oh. Guys, I was joking. Guys, please. Also, people drive a lot more here. It's usually usually people walk or bike everywhere. There's so many cars and such, but I'm also where I live. I'm in Houston at the moment. So the difference between the United States and Germany in that case, Loom, is because most major cities do not have direct access to public. Actually, let me rephrase this. Safe public transportation. Also, America is a lot bigger than everywhere. Than everywhere. I think you could technically drive a whole day in Texas and not make it out of the state. Yeah, coming from a small town to Houston was a massive change. Yeah. Yeah. So how many gunshots and fireworks have you heard, Loom? Again today, I feel like give me, I would do about anything. I could even learn how to love. And I thought make back, I do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. We're from a small town to like the largest city in Texas, for real. Well, also, like, culturally, that must have been a shock, too. Because Germany is just so different. Not in a bad way, either. Sure that it's true, 'cause I think you're so good, and I'm nothing like you. Yeah, Texans are crazy. Just look at Bon. Hey, chat. Texan here. Oh. Bon, I gotta poke fun at you. You've been here too long. I could even learn how to love. You how long it took. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. Love me like you. Oh, see, for the hurricane didn't have power for a week and a half? Oof. Oof, I'm so sorry. Ah, hurricane season, the beloved. Not sure. Mhm. I'm going to assume that this is like SB Newt's hand. Also, what the fuck? I can't drink here. Back home, I was drinking at 13, now I can't drink for 3 more years now. What the hell, man? Yeah. Yeah. This is real life. But I can buy a gun, like, what? I know, right? That's crazy! I'm kind of a firm believer that if the United States is going to allow children to buy guns and go fight, they should be able to drink. So it's either you raise the age limit for guns or drinking, up to you guys. I can't wait to teach my 8th graders about the Bill of Rights, guys. Biggest party of the fall. History moment. When I was half of a pear, fault of mine. There's no other half there. No, I'm Michael in the bathroom. Michael in the bathroom. Me when history moment? Me when my streamer is a social studies teacher? That's such a weird thing to say. Oh, it's so weird. That's 2 very different parts of my life. Ground as I softly grieve. Michael flying solo. He's out there just ignoring all our history. So the social studies, am I right? You teach history? That's so cool. Tell me some history about America. We don't really learn that out in our schools. Okay, so Loom, the 7 Years' War between France and Britain, we call that the French and Indian War because that's who we were fighting over here because we were still British colonists at the time. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what we're teaching our kids right now. We're on the like the intolerable acts kind of stuff. So the stuff that leads up to the American Revolution. So the Stamp Act, the Townshend Acts, the Quartering Act, stuff like that. Which is when Britain taxed us for putting soldiers in the colonies during the French and Indian War. Which obviously we threw a fit over. Because Americans hate being taxed. So in some American states, especially Texas, we love to erase and change history in schools. Yes. Which is why I will always suggest moving to a different state if you're going to have children. Water in my face, and I am in a better place. I go to open up the door. I don't hear knocking anymore. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments of the U.S. Constitution. I don't think they've ever been changed. Texas education system higher-ups, yeah. And off the top of my head, I do not believe that they've ever been changed. But it's freedom of speech, right to bear arms, quartering. One is due process. I know that. 10 Bill of Rights. Watching cable porn or wish I off myself instead, wish I was never born. What I really like is that if you go to archives.gov, you'll usually find Bill of Rights transcripts in more current English translations. Do you know anything for the government or politics for America? I kind of need to know that stuff. What do you need to know? I'm kind of a poli-sci girly. I kind of, like, am actually genuinely excited to teach my kids about American government. Like, genuinely, because that's my cup of tea. What do you need to know? Fire away and I will answer to the best of my ability. I don't know if you know this, but she kind of teaches social studies. Okay, but to be fair, some social studies teachers, majored in history. Like my mentor teacher. My mentor teacher majored in history and English, I believe. I have a social studies degree because that allows me to teach multiple classes. So if I really wanted to go to high school and teach econ and government, I could totally do that, but my mentor teacher couldn't. That's also because he has a cert in social studies and English. So um but yeah, as much as we commonly refer to history classes as social studies, not all social studies teachers have social studies for their like degree. Like how the government runs, what the government has control over, what does the president do in America, what is the U.S. Senate, stuff like that. Okay, so our three branches are the legislative branch, which is our Congress. It's a bicameral legislation, so there's two houses. What happens when they pass laws and bills and stuff is usually it goes through this whole complicated process. But the bare minimum is somebody writes up a idea and presents it to a smaller group. Eventually, if it does get passed, it goes to the floor and they vote over it. And if it gets passed in the house, like say it starts in the house and they do all of that and they pass it in the house, it still has to go to the Senate to get fully passed, and then it goes to the president. We have a system of checks and balances that is very complicated, but not in a bad way. Hold on, let me. Our government does. A good government shouldn't be filled with drama and overly complicated things. It should just work. So we have a federal Congress, and then we have a state and a federal level for everything. So you'll have like a state legislator and then or legislation, and then you'll have like the federal legislation, which is what you mainly hear about on the news unless you've got like local news pulled up. That's where you find people like Chuck Schumer and Marjorie Taylor Greene and former not Senate leader, border representative leader McCarthy, stuff like that. Eventually, if something gets passed in both the Senate and the House of Representatives, it goes to the president, and the president can veto it if they so choose. If it gets vetoed, it can get repealed and passed as a bill still or a law. As long as 2/3 of Congress vote to pass it. That's like a system of checks and balances, because you can always say no to things, but at the end of the day, if more people want it, like if it's a good idea and for some reason the president's fully against it, then Congress can still get it passed. Oh wait, no, this is black. So the Senate is based off of every state. So the 50 states of the United States of America. Each state gets 2 senators. So that's like an equal and fair vote. So we have 100 people in the Senate, and then the House of Representatives is based off of population. So I don't remember exactly how many people we have in the House of Representatives right now. I know the total is about in the 5. Hi, Whoop! Sorry, we're talking about the everything. Hi, hello. How was stream? Please shout out. How was Arma 3? How many representatives are in the House of Representatives? There are 435 members in the House of Representatives because it's determined by population. Texas has how many representatives does Texas have? Texas has 38 seats open in the House of Representatives. I hope stream was good. Well, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. If anyone's new here, hi, my name is Flam. I use she and they pronouns. We're talking a little bit about the United States government, because if you aren't aware, I am a social studies teacher. So if you have any questions based on that, highly suggest asking, because I am relatively knowledgeable on the subject. But we have a new U.S. citizen in our chat, and they were asking a little bit of questions. So welcome in. Well, please make sure you take a break. Get some food, get some water, stand up, walk around, get some stretches in. But thank you so much for the raid once again. I really appreciate it. The vice president is the leader of the Senate. They are there to mainly majority break ties. I battled for the Republic and watched 6 of my squad mates die in a mass minefield explosion due to an exploding gunship landing in it. Oh, good lord. I hope you had fun then. I'm going to assume that this is SV Newt's hand. If it's not, that's going to be very awkward. Hi, Cryptid! Oh, what other questions did you have? Like, what does the president do? The president has a lot of different jobs. One is to sign and or veto legislation that's passed by Congress. They appoint Supreme Court members. They are technically the, head general of our armed forces. Only Congress can declare war, by the way. And only Congress can reinstate the draft, but it has to be more than 2/3 of both places saying yes. I'm in D&D right now. Messages will be sparse. I hope you have a good session. The government has control over a lot of really weird little things. Mainly, if you're thinking there's different things that the federal and the state have control over. The idea of us having a more, I don't want to call it an echo chamber. It's not an echo chamber. The idea of having the federal versus the state is that the federal is the top overall dog, makes the general decisions, versus the states. If something isn't reflected directly to the states, I think its assumed control is, unless it's otherwise, talked about, I think usually the states have most control over everything. That's where you'll see stuff like transportation, taxes. There are taxes at the federal and the state level. I didn't fully go through the Bill of Rights. Obviously you'll want to look through the Constitution just for the hell of it, especially if you're living in a new country. The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution. I just realized this art kind of reminds me of Life is Strange in a way. Good. This is Tona's art, or Chrome art, Chrome_art. You'll see them in my chat occasionally. Usually you'll see them in Newt's, because it's Newt's partner. I love Tona so much. The First Amendment is Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, so they should not be making laws that tailor specifically to any religion, because the United States was founded on immigration and religious freedom. So the idea was that regardless of what freedom what religion you follow, you should be able to, unless it is directly hurting someone else, you should be able to practice it freely. Or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech and or the press. Obviously, that does not reflect on any actions you take or are taken after the fact that you say some things. But we can openly and actively criticize our politicians for that very reason. We have the freedom to say that. Or the right of people to peacefully to assemble. So we frequently tell our 8th graders that one of the major ways throughout history that you see people discussing with their government is protest. And that is one of the only ways that our government will hear us. So is this the government or are the states breaking the First Amendment? No? I don't think so. Not off the top of my head. I don't know what specifically you're referencing either, Haida, but also hello. And the petition for the government to redress the grievances, so the government has, people can tell the government to rethink a statement or rethink a decision. That's usually seen in your representatives. As a constituent or a voter, you should always be exercising your right to vote. And I would suggest looking at, I would assume it's something like texas.gov. Yep. Explore Texas government, property tax. Yeah. Most, if not all states have something like texas.gov, michigan.gov, stuff like that. That will have access to your local state stuff, like taxes, property taxes, local government resources, state agencies and departments, government services and directory, stuff like that. You've got business, resident, you've got voter registration most of the time online that you can do. Stuff like that. The Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Man, the immersion is strong right now. I feel like I'm in class right now. The Third Amendment is no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law, which means, this was specifically because of the Quartering Act, which is when the British king, I can't remember which one at the time, brought in soldiers to help protect the quote-unquote border that we had with the natives and the French whenever that land was being kept up and claimed. And so people had to actively house soldiers in their homes. And then on top of that, they had to pay taxes on top of that to pay those soldiers. So a lot of the time they protested. So that's why that's in our Constitution. Heyo, I'm not an American citizen and do not live in the US, but I've heard more about schools being forced to teach Christianity in schools. Again, I'm not a US citizen, so I might be wrong and get my info online. I have also heard about that, Haida. So, yes, that is unconstitutional. That is also at the state level, so that has to start as a lawsuit in the state level. The issue is that in those states that Christianity is being taught in, I think it's Oklahoma, I think I saw, explicitly. There's a couple states that have the 10 amendments, no, not a 10 amendments, 10, the Bible shit. The 10 commandments. That's it, not amendments. The 10 commandments. The 10 commandments on the wall. You also have to remember that I think Oklahoma is like in the bottom 10 of the government, so I think they should be worrying about more than just teaching the Bible in schools. Legally, if it is a private school, if it is not publicly funded, it is allowed to be teaching like a Bible class or having the 10 Amendments or having like a prayer class in there because it's not publicly funded. As long as it's not getting government money, they shouldn't be teaching, but making it a part of your state standards that you should be teaching the Bible. I have no issue with teaching the Bible, but at the same time, if you're covering religion like we are with our 7th graders, it should be a compare and contrast of religions, not a full deep dive into it. You can look at the Bible and be like, this is what they believed, but you also at the same time have to look at the Quran. It's a conversation about biases, because as much as people want to say the founding fathers were not Christian, the founding fathers believed in religious freedom because the Puritans were fucking freaks when they came over here. So yeah. Okay. The 4th Amendment is the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against reasonable searches and seizures. So no illegal search and seizure, and shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched, the persons or things to be searched. So no illegal search or seizures. Your stuff cannot be searched without your permission or without a court order. The Fifth Amendment is no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless a precedent or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, so only in the military, when in actual service time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subjected in the same offense to be twice in jeopardy of life or limb. So no double jeopardy, you can't be charged with the same crime twice, and you have, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. So you can't testify against yourself unless you want to, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. That's your due process. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Damn, y'all different. We have private schools, but they are funded by the government and thus will be forced to follow the rules. While we do learn about Christianity schools because of the school board, we also learn about all the other major religions and some smaller ones. So, height of the way our schools work is we have specific classes that they learn every year. So my 7th graders are learning about, sorry, they're learning about the major religions and early civilizations right now, so we just recently covered Mesopotamia and talked a little bit about their religions and what gods that they followed and how they're polytheistic. Eventually we'll hit Christianity and Islam and Judaism, and I think we hit Buddhism and maybe Confucianism. We hit all of those, but it's specifically a thing that gets covered in 7th grade because that's the context that they're learning it in. In 8th grade, they learn U.S. history. In 9th grade, I think they also learn U.S. history. 10th grade is usually government and civics, and economics. 11th grade and 12th grade is a little dependent on the school. Usually that's when, like, world history is taught and other stuff like that. Yeah, but they learn about other stuff. It's the specific thing you're talking about is they're specifically teaching them to be Christian and emphasizing the importance of the 10 commandments. Instead of following things like the golden rule, like treat others the way you want to be treated and setting that own kind of moral code instead of they're basing it specifically off Christianity, which is not something they should be doing. Isn't Oklahoma where they want to make drag illegal? They're going wild with ignoring their major issues and other things. They really are. So yeah, the Sixth Amendment is the right to a speedy and public trial with an impartial jury of your peers, in the district in the state where the crime has been committed. 7 is I think 7 is a right to a retrial. Hold on, let me do Bill of Rights. Plain terms. Because right now I'm looking at the transcript in simple language. This works. Okay. 7 is you also have the right to a jury when it is a civil case, a law case between two people, rather between you and the government. We got more into that major religions early. We have a history parallel to that specific class for religion. I think it was a high school when I got to branch out on my own and learn what I wanted, and thus research the change of Sweden going through the change of Norse mythology to Christianity, which is fun and not a hard switch as we were not a religion. Yeah. Amendment 8 is the government can't make you pay more than a reasonable bail or in fines, which is why usually when you watch like cop shows and stuff and the bail is set at like 300,000, you only have to pay 10% of that to get out of jail. So stuff like that. The Ninth Amendment is just because you have rights listed in the Constitution specifically doesn't mean you don't have other rights. So when I'm going to use abortion as a concept or a topic because this is the easiest way to relate to it to make sure that you understand it because it's a highly talked about concept. The argument, yeah, 10% bail, 10% to a bail bondsman, right? Because they get fucked if you don't pay your car. Yep, yeah. The idea is that, one of the things that they tried to play off of when they were trying to make sure that Roe v. Wade got stayed, was either stayed or repeal, was the idea that you had the right to a safe and legal, like, health care, and abortion is healthcare, period, end of statement. That's the take the quote unquote take I'm going to stick with this as I'm explaining this. You have the right to, like, safe and legal, like, healthcare. So the idea was, just because it's not explicitly listed in the Constitution, doesn't mean you don't have the same rights to it. Stuff like that. The 10th Amendment is anything that the Constitution doesn't say that Congress can do is left up to the states and the people. That's what I was thinking of. So anything that the Constitution doesn't say that Congress can do is left up to the states and to the people. You also have to remember, in historical context, the Bill of Rights and the Constitution thereafter was written after the Articles of Confederation that was based off of small federal, big state power. So they were trying to find that even and healthy mix between the two, which is why you have both systems at state and federal level on top of the three branches of government. Which, for recap to the people who weren't here the whole time, I mean, the Constitution was meant to be rewritten, right? It just never was. The Constitution is meant to be a alive and breathing document that is constantly rewritten and updated for the current time. So the idea that one of the really big examples that people like to use for the United States is our gun control laws. The founding fathers did not know what an AK-47 was. So, but learning your social studies is critical for you being an active and helpful civil servant, which is you participating in your republic, democracy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Your representative democracy. Yeah, the Second Amendment wasn't written for fully automated rifles. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. At the time, they had muskets. So, what other questions did you have? Poke. Do, 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 do. Poke, did you have any other questions specifically? Oh, judicial branch. We also have district, state, federal levels, and then the big boy judicial branch is the Supreme Court. That's the one you hear the most about. I'm not super knowledgeable on the judicial system. I took 2 classes about the legislative branch when I was an undergrad, which is why I'm very big and nerdy into it, because I do genuinely enjoy getting to know how Congress works, and I do know somewhat of how the executive branch works. What's your take on the current election? Because as a non-American, this feels like a very important one. Personally, I think that every election is an important one. You should be voting in your local, your state, and your federal elections. I think that depending on who you are as a person, obviously one versus the other candidate is more important. Personally, it's not hard to distinguish who I will be voting for in this election. I think it is my right as an American to keep my voting, like who I'm going to be voting for, private. That just comes with being an American. You don't have to tell other people who you vote for, especially if it's just going to cause arguments. You vote for who you think will best run the country, and we'll see what happens. Every election is an important one, especially if you're the one taking part in it. You should be taking part in it regardless. I think at the moment, I literally just had a conversation with my father about how I really think it's sad that as a system that is so hell-bent on making sure that people have a voice in their own governmental system, that it's really sad that we've been stuck in this 2-party system for so long. I think we should be able to vote third party and express our opinions and voices without feeling like we're wasting our vote if we're voting third party. That's fair. As a Swede, some of us are quite open about who we vote for. Everyone doesn't say a fucking course, but it's a closed issue being weird for me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. There's so many people in the United States that are so like heavily weird about who you vote for that I completely understand wanting to keep it quiet. I have family who talk about it. I don't mind talking about it. I think it's very obvious who I will be voting for, and my family is very aware of that. Um, but I'm also someone who's going to be becoming a public school teacher. I'm somebody who's currently in a public school. Sometimes it is best and safest for someone to just quite literally not talk about it. Which is a sad reality of living in a country like the United States, but it's something that we have to face every day. Families do not always agree on everything. And that's fine. That is our right as Americans. I talk about it quite openly, but I was also a city politician, and Sweden is a different climate with it. We can talk about it more as we have more parties to vote for. I honestly, as someone who studies different political systems, I am very intrigued by the UK's. Um, I don't think it would exactly work in the United States because they don't explicitly choose who goes into parliament, but voting based off of percentages or like seat placements based off of percentages sounds like a really interesting idea to try at least once in the United States. Um Especially because the UK, for context to the people who aren't aware, the way that they vote, they do the same kind of voting elections. They have more than one party. You can vote however you'd like. Um, but what it ends up looking like is the party gets seats based off of percentages. So if 50% of the population votes for the Labour Party, um, which don't shit on me. I don't know everyone's fucking positions for European politics. I guess they're not technically European. British politics. Um so 50% of the population votes for um the Labour Party, then the Labour Party is going to get 50% of the seats. Um there's more than just that issue. Yeah, we get seats depending on which party gets more vote percentage than based on a majority in which parties choose to work together. Yeah, I think the one issue that would not allow that to work in the United States is the United States likes to have its little fingers and everything. Not in a bad way. I don't mind being able to explicitly pick what um representative I want because I'm not going to agree with everyone in a party about the same things. Um I literally had a conversation with my dad today about how privileged you have to be a single issue voter, by the way. You should not be explicitly voting off of a single issue. You should always be considering more than that. And voting takes a lot of work and it sucks. And I highly agree that it should be a federal holiday that everybody gets off to go and vote. Um, but yeah, that's a little quote unquote controversial. If you want to have a system like the United States, you have to make it an open and fair public system that everyone can participate in. Which includes, like, setting up some major fucking system where everybody can go and vote. Anyways, if anybody has any more social studies related questions, feel free to ask. Because I do genuinely like talking about this. It's a special interest of mine. Um, I mean, I'm quite literally, I teach it, I want to teach it for a reason. Switzerland has an amazing system. They do more direct votes on issues than voting for a party to rule every choice. Of course, the major party has power over certain issues, but they do a lot of votes for citizens to decide per issue. We do that occasionally. That's more at a local level than anything. Um, it really depends on the time of year as well. Um, So like on November 7th when we do federal elections, sometimes we will have like local bills and like tax issues that will be passed. Like recently I just voted on raising our taxes so that we could get a public transportation system in the area that I live in. Stuff like that. They never do that. We had a few things get voted on, not really 100% of the citizens vote even gets to decide. Hmm, interesting. Sorry, I just heard my mom cackle downstairs. Um, Bon, if you're really curious as to what clarifies a social studies questions, my teacher certification test included um not social studies, history, geography, economics, government. There's one more. Shit. Uh, 5 sections of social studies. I guess culture works. Oh, I guess civics. Okay, so history, economics, civics, geography, government. History, geography, economics, and financial literacy, civics, and government. According to the Idaho Department of Education. History, government, culture, economics, geography. Culture, yeah, culture works. Sweden held a vote if we wanted to switch to the right side driving in 1955. It failed, but we still decided to switch. Shoot away, Bon. .9% against, but the Swedish government decided not to care. In the United States, I think the only time that they can technically do that is if the people who are making sure that the vote is fair and legal decide that it's not. And that's usually with the Electoral College. I would love to teach a government class, like in a high school somewhere eventually, but that would also usually include teaching civics. Or not civics, econ, and I hate econ. Okay, how about the talk of people hating people of the South because some of their stances is known for politically lies, but when Texas had the freeze, no photo with Milton. I think I worded that good. How about the talk of people hating people of the South because of some of their stances they're known for politically wise, like when Texas. I'm confused, Bon. Well, I'd love to stay and talk politics. It's 3:40 a.m. So I need to sleep. Have a great rest of your stream. Good night, Haida. Thanks for popping in. It was nice seeing you again. Frick, I didn't word that good. It's okay. Do you mean like I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not. I think the South gets hated on a little too easily when it comes to their politics because of what they're known for politically, if that's what you're talking about. It's mainly it's a lot of our politicians don't do a good job of trying to make sure that we're united still. I think when it comes to natural disasters, I think most states do still do a pretty solid job of keeping like they're like making sure that they can help when they can. I think the issue with like how since the South is mainly known for more conservative politics and when they experience natural disasters people say they deserve it. I haven't seen that recently. I don't know what circles you run in either, to be fair, and that's not a dig at you like whatsoever. I just genuinely haven't seen that recently. Maybe it's because I have family and I do have family that I got hit by Helene, so keep that in mind. I don't think I've seen any. If somebody is saying that people deserve to get hit with natural disasters because of their political beliefs, then that's extremely inhumane. That's a me thing. That's incredibly inhumane. Saying that people because they disagree with you politically deserve to like have their entire life wiped away is so sad. Oh, I've been seeing it a lot, but that's because I'm from the South. I don't know, because like when the freeze happened, it was a big joke on TikTok. I do remember that. I don't think it was making fun of Texans per se. I think it was making fun of your guys' government more. Or at least that's what I saw. So, obviously we're going to have different perspectives on this because of TikTok algorithm and where we're both from, etc., etc. As someone who's also taken a disasters and risk management class as well, I think it's really interesting. Natural disasters are indiscriminate. They're gonna hit where they hit because of location, not because of the people who live there. TikTok shakes fist at the sky. Yeah. That's why I really like TikTok, to be fair, though. The algorithm is partially location based, so it doesn't necessarily create an echo chamber because you're still seeing things outside of your state. So that was where I got most of my news updates when it came to Helene aftermath. Hi Shep. We're talking social studies. Cause it's nice, but at the same time I completely like understand the issues with TikTok. Fun, it's been so long. But TikTok is blessed. Sometimes great if it works, mentally draining if not. Yeah, if you have curated a good enough algorithm for yourself, yeah. then it works perfectly great. Like, I use TikTok a lot for my primary sources when it comes to talking about stuff. So, like, when Chimney Rock, North Carolina got swept away, that was like the first thing I showed my parents. I was like, look at the flooding, like, blah blah blah. Like, this is what can be fixed, this is what can't, like, stuff like that. Um but sometimes it also just shows you shitty dance videos. So, I do like TikTok sometimes. Yeah. My ex found my Twitch page from it. Not cool. That's hilarious. Whenever I go back to my old high school to like see the shows and stuff, my my friends who are still in tech career are like, "Oh my gosh, is that streamer Flamtastic?" And I'm like, "Stop." Oh, it's so embarrassing. Which is funny because I think Anna might still occasionally watch my VODs, which is kind of hilarious. And if you do watch this VOD, I hope you're doing good. I miss you guys. I hope college is going good. All of my little freshmen have graduated, and I'm in grad school now. I mainly use TikTok to look at dolls and silly memes. And sometimes yeah, if that's like the stuff you're interested in, TikTok's a great resource to find stuff that you're interested in and create a community that you feel welcome in. Of course, obviously, internet safety, etc., etc. I literally met a narcissist on TikTok. Imagine they're all caught up on Spellbound lore. That'd be so funny. Yeah, Anna, if you need something to listen to while you study, Spellbound, Angsty, D&D, or Jer. I have no idea if Jer still watches my streams or not. That'd be so funny. At this point, I stream for fun. It's not for anything else. The extra cash is nice, but streaming, hooray! But yeah. But yeah. I'm sorry that you've been hearing people say that, by the way, Bon. That's really shitty. And nobody should be saying that about anyone. Human lives are still human lives regardless. Hi, Trash. Yeah, they stink, but we stand strong. Yippee! Oh, Bon, you didn't clock in? You didn't check in? If I could take a back, if I could jump to that, I'm really tempted to change my check-in to books. Like, they checked out this many books. It'd be kind of cute. Let you go. Unsaid Emily. You're good, Bon. Anyways, Loom, I hope that answered all of your questions. If you have more, you're always welcome to ask in my Discord. If I could take us back, if I could just do that. You could only know, never let you go. I'm Saint Emily. If I could take us back, if I could just do that, right near you, what I love you in the run with me, could only know I never let you go. Me, and Emily. Have you had the teacher experience of not getting a word trendy thing the kids have said done so far? Yes. The amount of times I've picked up on, like, you can pick up on context after a while with how often they use it. But like, I roasted a kid the other day because I was like, "Bro, that's not very Sigma of you," and he was like, and I like it was like I killed him. Which was very funny. It's really hilarious when my mentor teacher uses like trendy language because it's so incredibly cringe. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge proponent of cringe culture is dead, but also it's horrible. You know me. Thinking about it, I know so many teachers. It's a good group of people to know. It's just two. Bing bong. Did I come back to two people about to make out? No, they're crying. Assuming. We must harvest their tears and use them to craft the finest baked goods. Oh god. Oh, you know me. Or whatever a normal person does. Okay. Mm. Too green. That's better. It's fun too close to sun. They receive you. Sorry, I was clearing my my references. Nope, that needs to be black. Okay. I love this song. This song. This way. In the way. Laughing while she hits the bed and goes. Then she came up to my knees. Hey, for the people who aren't caught up on Spellbound, SB Flame's a robot now. But that's a good thing, because she died and then came back. Ooh, I wasn't caught up. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why we have this. And no green eye on the side. My fingers to her mouth. Find the thing that makes you proud. Man, gonna pull a bicentennial, man. So true. And she's gonna stay down right now. Kiss me on the mouth and love me like a sailor. Can you get a taste? Can you tell me what's my flavor? I don't believe in God, but I believe that you're my savior. In my favor, you're looking all is wrong. Leave so I can see you, but I hate to wait so long. Sorry, my phone's going off. I have to check. I just remembered something. What is it? What did you remember, Bon? I met this artist I looked up to and showed her some of my art, and she said they were good and to keep drawing, so I can't quit no more. Ah, I'm happy for you. That's awesome. Art is my own made trap. So true. Hold on, I need to make this lighter. Nice. Okay. And I got her signature? Fuck yeah! She draws for children's books, designing some toys and toy packaging. She's so cool, so girl boss. So fun. And I gotta save this as something I can continue drawing as, because I'm gonna wrap up stream. Who is still live? Oh, Newt's live. But I read Newt all the time. Is anyone else live? Shit. I guess not. It's Newt time. It's Newt time. Look at them, so gay and teary. I know. Okay. Okay. There's the raid message if you're subbed. If you are not, just say flea raid or flam raid. Totally up to you. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I'm tired. If you are new here and you'd like to join, I do have a community Discord. That's where you can find out when I go live, where I go live, and what I might be playing. That's also usually when I update when I don't go live, because I do get tired. I also have other social medias that I post on, like Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads. And I have merch if you want to support me in some other way. That also gets you amazing art drawn by my friends and fun physical merchandise as well. BP, thank you so much for the biddies. Wolpy, thank you so much for the raid. And Olive, thank you so much for the 17 months. Holy shit. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. New is playing Final Fantasy XIV online with their community, so I hope you enjoy. Have fun. Feel free to hop in and hang out and play with them. But thank you all so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys Sunday for Spellbound Vanilla. Yippee! Have a great rest of your night, you guys. I love you. Bye.